Greetings everybody, my name is Liu, and today we are talking about Captain Tank trait trees. For Captain trait trees, I have 3 of them. I have a multi-target with mostly yellow, some in blue and red. I have a single target, which is the same exact thing, except I don't have this traded. And also I have a red tank, which is you go very heavy in yellow and also very heavy in red, and you will not have the double res. When you are the sole tank for a 6-man or a 3-man, you want to have AoE taunts, so you have to trade the strong boys. So first of all, I look at these 2 skills. Both of them are really good, so I have max ranks. I want the force taunt, so multi-target force taunt traded. I don't need to have skill bleed damage. I'm not a DPS class, I'm a tank, so this is completely useless. I want noble mark so I can heal myself in case I don't have a healer. Grave wound taunt, you want to have that. In harm's way, definitely also a good skill to have. Critical defense, not as important, so I'm going to go back to that later. Block chance, definitely good to have. Incoming heals on defeat response, also a very good one. I want to have the incoming heal banner. Strengthen numbers for more heals. This is a very good skill. 2 arms now apply to everybody in my fellowship. So when I use the 2 arms more damage, everybody gets a little bit of extra damage. You can also use 2 arms to reduce people's damage as well. Shield of Doomsday keeps you alive. Is your oh shit skill. Elendil's Fury, this one is nice to have. When you use Blade of Elendil, you're able to have BPE. When you use Blade of Elendil, you will have a defeat response, and that defeat response can be consumed on either your routing cry or your rallying cry. I'm going to get last stand duration just so that if I'm about to die, it gives the healer a little extra time to heal me back up. I still have quite a bit of points, so I want to get the double res first. Healing critical magnitude I like, so I'm going to get it. The other ones are tactical damage and healing modifier. I don't need tactical damage, so the 3% outgoing healing is really lackluster. Same thing with this, critical events increase melee damage. I don't need melee damage, not my thing. Attack duration, I like it because you're able to now use your skills faster. Light tech damage, pressing it. None of these are really that good. This one is not too bad. It gives, at rank 3, it gives you a extra 5% chance to your pressing attack and also devastating blow a critical chance. So I'll just get rank 3 on that. Red mark, yes. None of these 3 traits are good, so I'm just going to pick a random one and level it up so I can get to the next area. I want to have the extra 5% on red mark, so now my red mark gives me 10% incoming outgoing damage. Well, 10% incoming damage for the mob. Time of Need is going to be your oh shit skill. I like to have the penetrating cry attack speed buff, but I also like to have the critical defense and routing cry stun duration. Let me see what my critical defense is. Is the 7 really needed? Not really. My critical defense is pretty good right now, so I'll instead put my points in routing cry. stun duration. Now my routing cry will stun for mobs for longer duration while I consume a defeat response. And that concludes my multi-target trait tree. Now let's do single target trait tree. For single target trait tree, it's going to be the same exact points as your multi-target, except you don't have strong voice. You don't want to have strong voice because threatening shout, you want to have single target, right? So why would you get threatening shout multi-target like a trait if you are trying to be a single target taunt? For example, in a raid setting, most likely you'll be the single target. Since I didn't have since I don't have enough points to, let's say I put 3 points in Terrifying Bellow, right? And then I put 1 point in Penetrating Cry's buff, attack speed buff. I still have 1 point available. So what I do is I remove 1 point from the least favorite of my traits. I don't like the routing cry stun duration is one I don't use as much. So I simply remove a point from that and then put in Penetrating Cry. So now that's your single target. To conclude, my single target trait tree is the same exact one as your multi-target, except I don't have strong voice. Now my red tank. This is the trait tree I use when I tank boss 1 of Abyss for the challenge run. I get the bare minimum necessary for my tree. You also want the Grave Wound. I want to have some critical defense because in the raid, this is a boss only trait tree where your DPS is all lacking and you want to give the DPS group your banner. So you don't want to have the multi-target taunt. And also you can't stun bosses, so there's no reason to get the routing cry. You'll be using red banner, so there's no reason for you to get the Standard of Valor. So look at this one. Max rank gives Grave Wound an incoming healing debuff. In Abyss boss 1, the bosses will heal a huge chunk of morale if you don't give them incoming heal debuffs. So as a Cappy tank, I put the incoming heal debuff right before a sub boss dies so that the main boss does not heal. Red banner in order to give your whole group a targeted damage buff. So if your red banner is now cooldown of 1 minute, duration of 30 seconds, and when you have a red Cappy, both you and the red Cappy can alternate to use red banner, and now your DPS group has a 100% red banner up chance. So I have the bare minimum of a tank spec. I want to have 2 points in the Grave Wound as well, so my Grave Wound has lower cooldown, and now I'm able to use my Grave Wound Force Taunt at a 10-second duration. Oh, it's actually 15-second cooldown. That's strange. I thought. Alright, so Grey Wound was at 15 seconds. So as you can, if you remember, I had 1 point left over for the red Cappy tanking trait tree. So that 1 extra point I can put in the yellow line in order to basically just put it on random point just to finish up all your trait points. So for me, I think I'll go with critical defense because I don't need damage, I don't need stun, I don't need the AoE, and also last stand. One second for every harmful skill targeted on me. You know what? I'll get the last stand instead, so that way my last stand can reset faster. So now you're able to use red mark, your red Cappy is going to use heal mark, and you're able to use your red banner when your red Cappy's banner runs out. Your Grey Wound is now at a shorter cooldown, and your taunt is also a shorter, very short cooldown taunt. And that concludes my tanking captain trait line video. Just be mindful that when you're red Cappy tanking, you don't have the double res, which is only for your regular tanking pages. Hope you enjoyed my video and take care.